here at PSB Real Deal in the Ville, session 2, different session, same level of competition, quality talent, and college coaches along the baseline. Marcus Burnett here on the mic on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. This matchup features Best Choice United, representing Indiana, taking on Phoenix Elite. They're out of the Carolina area. One state known a lot for basketball. Very popular game among the Hoosiers. Then you look at the Carolinas, no slouch when it comes to producing basketball players and programs as well. So it should make for a very good matchup. A lot of talent here on the floor. So sit back, enjoy, and as always, appreciate you joining us here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. A lot of times you'll have good guard play, good inside presence when it comes to different players. This matchup will be able to provide you with both. First shot attempt up by Phoenix Elite is no good, but they'll get another crack at it. And that one's good to go there. That's knocked down by number 4. That's Kiana Rudd. Rudd makes it an early 3-0 advantage for Phoenix Elite. Here's Jordan Chavis. She gets it ahead. That's Black for 3. Just short. Kia Black misses that shot, but gets back and breaks that pass up. Davis with the floater. She's fouled on the play. This Phoenix Elite team brings energy early and often through the game. They started off yesterday's matchup with an 11-0 run versus their opponent. Chavis free throw. Makes it 4-0. Dealing with a very capable squad in Best Choice when it comes to putting up points quickly and also being able to pick up the pace. It's only a 5-point deficit, but they'll need to do that quickly. Phoenix Elite doesn't take much time to get off and running. They're trying to look inside for Sullivan. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll be interesting to see how the Phoenix pace dictates some of the personnel and lineups for Best Choice here in this one. As we see Tyasha Harris, first time we say her name here in this game, definitely won't be the last. She jumps up and gets Best Choice on the board with that deuce. 5-2 ball game. Here's Black, guarded by Kaufman, kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson trying to work along the baseline, but there's nowhere to go. $14 minutes, 44 seconds and counting. Left to play here in this one. Kia Black with the ball. Using the screens. Dishes it inside, and it is a bucket. Finishing off the pass is number 10, Johnson. Make it 7-2. Harris going to kick it out. Here's a three-pointer for Best Choice. Long rebound going to be brought down by Caitlin Gilbert. Another solid player here for Best Choice. We'll talk about some of the other pieces as the matchup goes on. Sullivan calling for it in the post against Johnson. Tries to hand it off. Nearly stolen, but it's going to be another opportunity on the inside. Good work. Not giving up on the play. That's Kaylin Kaufman. Able to get a good shot on goal into traffic. Misses the first one. Good on the second. 7-4 ball game here. That three-pointer's off for Timber Tate. Tate still tries to get loose. Crossover, baseline jumper for Harris. Money. Tyasha Harris. Very tough player to stay in front of. Jumper has continued to improve. The EBA Super 64 camper. The Elite Basketball Academy attendee. Knocks down that jumper along the baseline, but coming right back, that's the Timber Tate we're used to seeing here on Prospects Nation TV. She splashes that one through. Score is 6-10. Phoenix Elite leading. Here's Gilbert. Tough shot. Good defense there by Tate, but reinforcements in the form of Kaufman and Sullivan on the offensive glass. Kaufman gets her second bucket of the game and makes it 8-10 by doing so. Pass intended for Johnson, gonna go off of her hands and back over to Best Choice. The jump stop and the finish on the inside. It's Allison Rife. Rife gets her first two. We've got a 10-10 ball game. Knew this would be a good one, and it has not disappointed. Let's take a look at a few Prospects Nation TV instant replays. Here you see Black being guarded by Rife. Very hard player to stay in front of. She gets attention while they're looking at her. Stephanie Johnson is setting up and able to get that deuce on the inside. You look at this one. Tyasha Harris uses the quick crossover. She can get to the third level with no problem there. Makes a good decision instead of over-penetrating. Knocks down that mid-range J there along the baseline. And then last but definitely not least, Timber Tate was off the mark on that first shot. Was just trying to get loose. Safe to say she's ready to roll now as she splashes that one through. String music for Tate. Back out of the timeout, 10-10 ball game. We're just over the 12-minute mark. Harris can't get the three to go. Kaufman with the rebound. She's tied up initially. Johnson wrestles that one away. You've seen the good guard play. Harris, Black, and other players. There you see Tate with her second jumper. Knocks that one down. This time just a three. Before we can even get that one on the board, Kaufman running the floor gets another two, but it's going to make the point about Stephanie Johnson, Emily Sullivan, as well as Kaufman on the inside. You see that baseline full of college coaches. You've got Toledo, Alabama, College of Charleston is down there. St. John's, Rutgers. Just some of the shirts and polos there on Logo Row. That one's knocked out of bounds there on that Kiana Rudd drive. To 14 now. There was some discrepancy on the scoreboard here. So the adjustment has been made. It's a 14-12 advantage in favor of Lady Phoenix Elite. There you see Jordan Chavis with the push. And it appears Timber Tate missing that first jumper. Maybe that was just to kind of get them to leave her a little bit more room there on the perimeter. She hasn't touched the rim since that shot. She splashes that three through. And we are back to the action. Tyasha Harris brings it across. As the official stops play, they adjust some of the time on the clock. See Peach State basketball owner Brandon Clay there across court, going from court to court, not only seeing the talent, but touching base with the myriad of coaches here on site. Best Choice has it, currently trailing by 2. There was a 5-0 advantage early on for Lady Phoenix, but since then, Best Choice has gotten going. That pass a little bit too far, just past Sullivan. There's Nakia Black, kicks it to the corner. Rudd has that shot blocked by Gilbert. Good heads-up play to keep it in bounds, making sure Sullivan didn't get to it. But just as she was going out of bounds, she threw it off of the knee of Sullivan. So Lady Phoenix Elite retaining possession. Here's Jordan Chavis. Coach Delaney Rudd calling the set out. Chavis with the step back. No good on the shot. Rife with the rebound. Rife out to Harris. Harris going to dial up a three-pointer. Her second jumper of the game. She's knocked down both. This one's a three-pointer. Makes it 15-14. Rudd trying to match right back. Mission accomplished. Kiana Rudd. Back and forth we go. We could watch this flow all day. That floater, no good. Timber Tate with the rebound, gets it in the hands of Chavis. Black, that pass intended for Kiana Rudd in the corner. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Couple substitutions coming in for a best choice. Number 5, Anaya Peoples. And number 23, Deshauna Harper. Harper had a good game on SUV TV yesterday. We'll see how she does off of the bench here in this one. Shots off the mark. Here's Harris with the rebound. Takes it right at Chavis, and an offensive foul. Stepping in, taking the contact is Jordan Chavis. Tyasha Harris had a full head of steam. Credit to Chavis for stepping in there, taking the charge. Nakia Black up top. Guarded by Harper, calling for the screen. They got the switch that they wanted. Also number 25 now in the game, Shayna Wentz for Lady Phoenix. Trying to work it inside to the aforementioned Wentz. She's fouled on the play. She will go to the line and shoot two. This is one of our Prospects Nation TV instant replays. While we wait for that, Harris can get to the rack whenever she wants to, but also showcasing the jumper for the plethora of coaches here on site as well. Leaves it up. A la loving basketball style there on that jumper, but she's getting back on defense, so no need to worry about that same thing happening. But coming right back, we knew this would be a good one from the onset because of the playmakers on both sides. Harris knocks down a three, but you see Kiana Rudd answering right back with that one. Score is 15-15. I'm going off the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. If they adjust, I adjust. 15 up. We're under the 10-minute mark. Shot to Harris. Harris being told to go to work for some of the best choice contingent that made the trip here to Tennessee. Now she's doubled. Chavis and Rudd converging. Best choice still has it. Strong move on the inside. No good on the first shot. Second shot's partially blocked. Shayna Wentz wrestles it out of there. Great defensive possession there by Lady Phoenix. Did a great job of getting the ball out of Harris's hands, but now nothing they can do about this one. That's going to be an easy layup drill on the other end. 17-15 is your score. Wentz to Chavis. Chavis crosses over, kicks it out to Rudd. Rudd going to try a three. No good on the shot. Long rebound chased down by Deshauna Harper. That shot way off. Rudd with the rebound. Rudd not being shy from three-point land. Popovich can't hold on to it for Lady Phoenix. People's trying their best to get to it. Her and Chavis go to the ground to get it, still loose. And we're going to have a jump ball. Good hustle there by Anaya Peoples. Covered a lot of ground trying to corral that ball in. We're going to have a couple substitutions coming in for Lady Phoenix and Coach Delaney Rudd. Defense has been pretty good so far on Tyasha Harris and best choice. There's just been some plays where she scored merely on better offense. Black nearly ties that one up, and we're going to have a foul against Chavis. Good strong move on the inside by Zion Sanders. First free throw good for Sanders. Makes it 18-15. Jordan Chavis, perimeter base, but doesn't mind mixing it up on the inside as well. Took a charge there on the inside versus Tyasha Harris a couple plays ago and was right there to make Zion Sanders earn it at the free throw line. Sanders able to do so successfully, but this Lady Phoenix Elite defense plays hard, Chavis included. Gets the roll on that one as well. Chavis makes it 17-19. (21-19) per the scoreboard. Harris gonna try another three. Sizing that one up. Long rebound comes to Nakia Black. Black good on the first free throw. You know this game is going to get better and better as time goes on because the defense has been intense on both sides. But you've got players on both sides to where even when you play good defense, it's going to come a point in the game where you just got to be able to score with the other squad. Should make for a very interesting game in terms of the total body of work. We've got 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in the first half. Tyasha Harris got a quick breather. She's checking back into the game now. Lady Phoenix gets a timeout there, unable to get the ball inbounds. Take a short break. When we get back, more here from the PSB Real Deal in the Ville. Head coach Delaney Rudd wrapping up the time out there with his squad. Currently leading by 3. Kia Black looking to inbound. Now here's Chavis guarded by Caitlin Gilbert. Gilbert been relatively quiet here in this game. A lot of times you'll see her and Harris feed off of each other. She was the initiator early on in yesterday's Prospect Nation TV webcast. She helped get Harris going. We'll see if it's the other way around here in this one. Harris comes away with the ball. And Chavis trying to draw her second charge against Harris here in the half. Gets called for the blocking foul there. 6 minutes, 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. Harris was in the act of shooting there, so headed to the free throw line. Good on the first. 20-22, checking back into the game for Lady Phoenix Elite is number 4, Kiana Rudd. As Harris is good on both free throws. Makes it 21-22. Rudd guarded by Gilbert. Black gets doubled there along the baseline. Like that foul gets called against Sanders. You see Stephen Peck and Clyde Pritchett, two Team PSB members. Stephen Peck, one of the evaluators on hand, including Brandon Clay, Chris Hansen, Kyle Moore, Mercedes Wedmore, Team PSB, just to name a few. Clyde Pritchett based there in North Carolina, so sure he's seen plenty of the prospects in this game overall, but definitely from the Lady Phoenix side. That free throws in and out. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Gilbert stepping through. Can't get that shot to go. Timber Tate with the rebound. The official had his hands up, and Tate just kind of tosses it over there. Rare mishap for Tate. Best choice inbounding along the baseline. Here's Harris. Harris being guarded by Destiny Reed. Reed apparently up for the challenge. Call for the foul there. As Reed looks at Rudd, Rudd looks away there on that play. I guess they were both on the same page. Didn't look like a foul to them. Didn't look like a foul to them. But I guess the ball doesn't lie as they get it right back. Here on the other side. Best choice trying to crank the defense up. They'll be called for a foul there along the baseline. 3-point game, 5 minutes, 44 seconds left to play here in the first half. Destiny Reed with it, guarded by Peoples. Winks over to Rudd. Rudd guarded by Gilbert, picks up her dribble, gets it up top to Black. Black, a relatively quiet game as well. Fouled on the play. Foul gonna go against Allison Wright. That'll send Black to the free throw line. You see Kentucky, another one of the schools there along the baseline. Free throw bounces around, touches every part of the rim, and finally decides to trickle down. It's a 4-point advantage for Lady Phoenix Elite. Rife gonna try the three, no good. Black had the rebound, but Gilbert knocks it away. We'll have a substitution checking back into the game. It's going to be Sullivan and Kaufman. Zion Sanders has a seat. Chavis over to Wentz. Take to Chavis. Chavis off the back of the rim. Kaufman with another rebound. Her and Sullivan Done a good job on the glass so far. Four minutes, 24 seconds and counting. We're in the first half. Best choice being patient. Harris going to fire up another three. Off the mark, long rebound to Chavis. Harris saves it. Harris saved that one, but saved it right to Lady Phoenix. And Harris kind of looks at the official and says, how did you see that from way over there? I don't think she actually said that to the official, just sort of read the gesture. I was thinking the same thing, so easy for me to kind of make the inference there. Shot's no good. Rebound comes to Gilbert. Gilbert, that pass intended for Rife. Rife thought that the target was already missed, so she was looking to come up under the basket and pop back out. It's number 10, Stephanie Johnson, checks back into the game for Lady Phoenix. Black is guarded by Kaufman. She kicks it to Chavis. Nice block by Gilbert. Expected Chavis to take advantage of Kaufman guarding her on the perimeter. Instead, it's turned over. The dish by Harris. The finish by Rife. Now you've got Kaylin Kaufman. She's guarding Black. Now Sullivan has to guard Black. Black able to knock down the jump shot. It's been a quiet first half for Black. Nearly stolen by Rudd. Rudd able to save it in to Chavis. Chavis with the bounce pass. Black with the finish. Good hustle play there, initiated by Kiana Rudd. Going to be a blocking foul. Here on that play, we're going to have the ball along the baseline. Not a shooting foul. 6-point game, 2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the first half. They ruled that Harris stepped out. So we will go back over to Lady Phoenix. (23 to 29). 6-point advantage for Lady Phoenix. Black guarded by Kaufman. She was able to knock down a jumper. You wonder why Phoenix doesn't take advantage of that matchup. You know, Kaufman does her best when put in those situations, but it's hard for her to be able to stay in front of Nakia Black. As you see, Black attack there, but Sullivan was right there waiting on her. Not to say that Black has to attack and necessarily shoot when she goes in there, even though it works out for Coach Rudd and Lady Phoenix as she gets a trip to the free throw line. But even if she doesn't shoot it, she's going to bring over Sullivan once she gets by Kaufman. Look to see her take better advantage of that matchup once she gets it. That first free throw is knocked down. Making it 23 to 30. Misses the second free throw, nearly comes away with the rebound. Hesitating, now going in. Blocking foul called against Rudd. They're probably not going to give Harris the continuation, though. Even though Best Choice is lobbying for it. They're going to call it on the floor. Harris tried her best to sell that. It looked like she had already gathered and was going up in the act of shooting. But they rule it on the floor. Peoples gets the high bounce off the back of the rim. And that's a three-pointer, 26-30. No, they ruled it a two-pointer, so 25-30. It's Black trying to use the Johnson screen. Gilbert switches off on it. She'll kick it to Chavis. Chavis catch and shoot three. Ice cream. 25-33 after that bucket by Chavis. We approach the final minute, about a minute and 15 seconds left. Jump ball, good defense by Stephanie Johnson. So it's gonna go over to Lady Phoenix. Johnson with a nice play. Chavis trying to get open. Nifty catch. Has two defenders, one under the bottom, one over the top. Good pull up. Mid-range there by Black. Can't get it to go, but she gets the steal. Looking to pass that to Johnson. Best choice, looking to go the other way in a hurry. Harper, I believe that's her first shot attempt of the game. Second. She was being tied. Two very active players in this one, Tyasha Harris and Kiana Rudd. Doing her best safety work there was Harris, and she was able to break that up, couldn't keep it in bounds. So it will be Phoenix's ball there along the sideline. They get it into Black. They got 40 seconds and counting to work with. Black guarded by Harper. Stephanie has a mouse in the house with the smaller Harper. Harper battling on the inside, does enough to have Johnson lose the ball, and it will go back over to Best Choice. Give Harper credit. Definitely a mismatch there on the inside. She was able to defend, and Best Choice gets it back. They've got 23 seconds to work with. Kate goes for the steal. It's a layup for Harper. She can't get it to go. Black wrestles it away. Gets it over to Rudd. Rudd gonna catch it, shoot it, and knock it down. Kiana Rudd with a good first half so far. Harris goes coast to coast. Got to get back on defense quickly. As it looks like we've got a player shaken up. Believe it's Stephanie Johnson. She's being tended to by Coach Rudd. She's helped up and able to walk off under her own power. Sportsmanship shown by Best Choice as they applaud her ability to get up. Hopefully Johnson's okay. Big piece of this attack for Lady Phoenix. What she does on the boards and taking up space on the inside. And it looks like they did not count that basket by Harris. I guess they had stopped play there with the injury timeout. So we go into halftime. It is a 27-35 matchup. Appreciate you joining us here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV, as we take a look at Tyasha Harris. You got to always be prepared for her to attack the paint. We see her do it there and get the layup off of the window. We'll be back after halftime. play here on the mic for the second half. Appreciate you joining us here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. Brandon, this has to be one of those matchups you're thinking about the live period before it happens. This has to be one of those matchups you thought about way before the day happened.
The best part about this matchup is on the other court is Team St. Louis and Toledo Thunder Jr. I mean, it's been an unbelievable event. You talk about the growth from one year to another. And there's definitely a feature marquee game right here inside of the event. And you see the numerous head coaches, Power 5, that are out. Not just coaches, but head coaches. Could be Candy Whitaker from Texas Tech, Kevin McGuff from Ohio State, Susie Merchant from Michigan State, Sharon Versa from Purdue. I mean, I could keep going. Matt Mitchell from Kentucky. It's just been one of those nights, man. Absolutely awesome atmosphere here.
As it is a 27-35 ball game in favor of Lady Phoenix.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not done. Jen Hoover from Wake Forest, Christy Curry from Alabama. All right, you can continue.
No doubt. I know that list isn't exhaustive, but we take up most of the second half and we named all of them. And that's always a good problem to have. You see Jordan Chavis being a problem for best choice there.
She can flat out make a shot, can't she? I mean, you talk about kids, you know, I don't know that undervalued is the correct word. You know, maybe in terms of being under-recruited. And I think she's using this stage right now to create some opportunities for herself. I talked with a couple of Power 5 schools earlier this week that are in the mix with Chavis that really like her game. And she's showing against some of the best guards in the country that she can make open shots and she can create shots for herself to be able to score it. Flat awesome performance here so far.
We're just going to talk about that. You talk about a stage. It's always better when you've got a counterpart that's going to elevate your game and serve as a good proving stick, such as a Tyasha Harris.
Well, her and then also Caitlin Gilbert. You see Allie Reef there. I mean, they have so many weapons on best choice. We haven't even gotten to young Anaya Peoples. I mean, they have so many quality guards. It is an absolute great litmus test for where Chavis is, for where Lucky Rudd is. Even though Rudd's committed to NC State, just how good is she? And right now, they're proving they're amongst the very best in the country.
Screen being set by Wentz. Here's Chavis. Kicks it over to Timber Tate, who had a couple crispy jumpers in the first half. We'll see how she starts off the second half. Not the way she wanted to as Rife gets in there, and we've got a jump ball situation there over by the sideline.
Well, she plays Allie in this regard. 25 best choice. Does everything that you would want to see from a player her age. The activity level. You saw her take the jumper out of the corner. Even though it didn't fall, that's the kind of shot you want. The oop there on the right there at the rim. She brings a diverse game and a kid who's willing to play hard and get it done.
We've got a quick moisture spot there on the floor. Good job by the officials of making sure we get it squared away. No need in rushing, leaving a spot like that on the floor.
Everybody getting their feet in, man. Reminds me of high school practice back in my day, man. Get your feet in there, Clay.
Here's Gilbert, hesitates for a second, floats it up. Shot no good, rebounded by Black. She's got Wentz running ahead. Gilbert contesting. Gilbert gets a piece of that. Kaufman will clear it out to Rife.
That was a great pass ahead there. Didn't convert, but a great pass in there for sure.
Rife going to be called for the travel.
Our officials are so smooth, they don't even wear black shoes, man.
You see Chavis bringing it up.
Well, her ability as a point guard who can make an open shot. You know, a lot of times you see a kid like her and they want to play him off the ball. It's a spot shooter, but you got Rudd on the other side of her. So now you really force the hand of the defense. Rudd can play on the ball and make a shot. Chavis can play on the ball and make a shot.
29-40. There after that latest triple by Rudd. Here's Gilbert. Relatively quiet first half, so I expect a very good second half from her. Black gets it ahead to Rudd.
Great play on the ball there by Harris.
Oh. Rudd wraparound pass to Wentz.
What a pass. Got downhill into the lane. I didn't even see her there. My view is obstructed by the two defenders, but she saw her, and that's all that matters.
Playing like a true coach's kid there on that play. It's a 29-42. Best choice could use a bucket here. Meanwhile, there's a steal there by Black. Tried to save it. Rudd could not keep it in bounds. But this Lady Phoenix defense, not a team you want to get off to the races, especially not with a 13-point cushion.
Well, and this is that danger zone right now. I'd say from here to about the 9-minute mark, you want to keep this thing in the single-digit range. You don't want the Phoenix to be up 15-16 going in underneath 10 minutes. Best Choice has the weapons to come back from that type of deficit, but you don't want to. We talked about the 2-run deficit in a game earlier during PSB Real Deal. You want this to be in 1-run territory, which means right around 8 underneath the 10-minute mark.
Caitlin Gilbert, she's going to be a key cog in the wheel if they're able to complete the comeback. She knocks down the first free throw.
Well, and Gilbert has, multiple suitors Power 5-wise. Actually had UConn out to watch her play earlier today. Notre Dame is in the mix, already has a scholarship offer from the Irish. So a lot of positive things happening in the recruitment of Caitlin Gilbert at this point.
Those free throws make it an 11-point game. Here's Chavis. Kicks it over to Rudd. Rudd hasn't missed shot from the three-point line. Looking inside for Popovich, but now back up top to Chavis.
That's a real veteran possession. Rudd just hit one. She could have easily caught and forced that shot, but decided, you know what? No, let's make sure we get a clean look. Look at Allie down there hustling, getting her hands on that jump ball. She's willing to sacrifice her body, but that's a veteran play from Rudd to not force the issue there.
We've got a sub checking back into the game, Deshauna Harper. Harper has been a good spark plug off the bench here in Tennessee. They get to use her here in this matchup. Three-pointer on the way for Chavis. No good. Timber Tate snatches that rebound away from two Best Choice players. But it's Harris with the tap away. Now she'll pull it back out. Skip pass over to Harper. Harper up top to Gilbert.
Stay, JoJo! Stay, JoJo! Stay!
Gilbert has two defenders. Now she'll hand it off to Harper. They'll reset. Just over 11 minutes left to play here in the second half.
Hey, get ready to step up!
That three, no good. Long rebound. Can't be brought in by Gilbert. Chavis has Black by herself as well as Rudd. Easy layup.
Look at that unselfish play to pitch the basketball ahead 2 times. The one to get it all the way up, and then the second pass for the uncontested layup.
Go, keep going! Go!
Advantage now 13 points.
Keep going!
Harris gets it to Sanders. Sanders, nice spin move and finish.
Great footwork there on the interior from Sanders as she makes the nice little spin to get to the rim and be able to put it in.
Pulls Best Choice back to within 11.
Oh,
Here's
downhill.
Davis.
Oh, good tie up there. We see multiple plays like that. That's the one thing about great guards defensively is that they're going to be able to make a lot of plays. Rudd's made a couple of plays like that. Harris just got the block back on Rudd. You see Gilbert there get her hands on the ball and tie it up. It's just some good basketball on the defensive end, even in the half-court setting from these guards.
Best Choice will inbound it over to Harris. Sanders kicks it out. Harris opts not to take the three. Going to say out of bounds. Harris drawing the foul.
That is absolutely nothing. Get in there. All right, get in on the line.
So Harris will head to the free throw line. Good on the first. Checking back into the game, it's number 21, Emily Sullivan. Now, one of the things I looked at is how much would Sullivan and Kaufman be able to play given the matchups and the personnel on Lady Phoenix, and they've made the most out of their minutes when in.
Well, it's tough. When you're playing a team that can shoot it with 4 or 5 different players, it's always tough to play your bigs. We found that out during the NBA Finals.
Harris with the steal. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound in traffic by Timber Tate.
Oh, look at the pass ahead. Tough finish with the reverse. That's good work right there from Black. Sullivan draped all on her and still able to make that layup.
Great awareness, knew where she was at as soon as she picked it up. Hesitating for a second, Sullivan gets that block there. And now a Best Choice turnover. Gives it back.
Well, it's interesting when you start to talk about bigs, not only from a defensive perspective, but offensively, how do you get them involved? You know, whether it's a Bowles, whether it's a Sullivan, whether, you know, any of those kids, as you start to watch the changes in their game, how do we find a way to make them effective in this setting? And so you're playing from behind already. You know, you're down 14. You have to put yourself in a position, 12, put yourself in a position though where you can get them touches on the post, whether that's high ball screen and rolls, ISO stuff. But Phoenix have been able to play a 2-3 zone and they've been effective out of it. So it eliminates a lot of the ways that you traditionally get post open in today's offense.
Turn the corner, shot's no good. Reinforcements on the offensive glass. That is number 35.
Bree Bowles there, the Indiana commit 2018, had the opportunity to speak with her dad before the game and has said that even though they committed to the previous staff with Kurt Miller, they plan on staying firm with that commitment to Terry Moore and her staff. They built a great relationship and a rapport with her, and you see assistant coach Todd Starkey on hand courtside to watch the game.
We approach the 8-minute mark.
Go back, stay locked.
Score 36-46. Long rebound. Sullivan unable to get around Popovich, and then it will go back over to Lady Phoenix. Stephanie Johnson checking back into the game, was shaking up a couple minutes ago. Good to see her back out there, pep in the step.
As a complete sidebar, every time you mention the name Popovich, I look for Greg.
I was thinking the same thing
I'm able to
yesterday.
say a lot to you. Every time you say Popovich, I'm like, where's Greg at?
Here's Reed. Reed guarded by Gilbert. Kicks it in the corner to Rudd. She's been dangerous all game. That one's in and out. Black with the rebound. Easy splash.
That's one of the toughest shots in the game. That 7 or 8 foot jumper, because you almost don't want to shoot it with full extension. It's almost it's a real uncomfortable shot, if that makes sense. Anytime you can make that and not have to get all the way to the rim, you're able to avoid the traffic and the cluster on the interior.
That's a great point, Brandon, and people always get tempted to take that little one-hand floater from there as well. Great point. Johnson wants it on the inside instead. Black will pull it out. Guarded by Kendall Spears. Get it over to Chavis. Chavis, nice defense by Peoples.
Unforced there, and you see, I mean, the Phoenix have been able to hold serve, per se, from the 12-minute mark down here right on top of 7, still up double digits with 7:10 to go.
Peoples turning, gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan got a little caught up there. Nice defense by Tate. Tate hasn't scored since she subbed back into the game, but her impact defensively and rebounding, man, it's been hard not to notice it.
If you're Bulls there, possession more important than position. Don't worry about where you're at on the floor, where you want to go. Make sure that you are in possession of the basketball, and that's a classic example of that. You just want to pick that up, almost like a loose fumble in football. Make sure you have the football and then run.
She's got possession, position, and a three-pointer there, Jordan Chavis.
Well, and that's what I mean by that. If you have possession of that basketball, what a heads-up play. What a heads-up play by Jordan Chavis to grab the ball and just toss it ahead and let run underneath it. If you have possession of that ball, if you're Bulls, worst case scenario, it's a jump ball. You don't want to turn the basketball over and give them another chance on goal. They did that, and Chavis capitalized.
Talked about Chavis with the heads-up play. Let's take a look at a Prospects Nation TV instant replay there on that last bucket, Brandon.
Well, you see the slide. You see Tate with the down screen, occupied the defense. Chavis comes off with the great footwork. Notice the inside pivot, left to right, squared herself around, knocked down the three.
At the free throw line now is Rudd. Missed that first free throw. Scored 36-51.
Well, going down the stretch here, if they can capitalize at the free throw line, chances are really good that they're going to go back to the hotel with this victory tonight.
There's Gilbert. Shot off the back of the rim. Tate with yet another rebound.
She just plays so hard. She's so active. Kind of that combo forward kid in that regard. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, whatever you want to call her. But she just plays with a great energy and a great pace. Can allow you to go big. You can put her on the wing. Or you can go small and maybe even slide her to the interior. That's kind of that face 4 man. But either way, you can get production out of Timber Tate.
Black
Well, that would have been a dagger right there. And you hear Coach Rudd saying run, talking to Tate about sprinting to the screen. You want to sprint to the screen. Make sure you put yourself in a position. Get there quickly to set the screen so we can get something done.
Gilbert has gotten 2 good looks for herself the past couple possessions. Wouldn't fall for her. Nice defense by Johnson and Tate on the inside. 5 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. Time running out. Still plenty of time in terms of a basketball game, but Phoenix has been in the driver's seat in this.
Big. This is big. Bang. From the corner. Lucky Rudd.
Kiana Rudd continues to shoot it well from outside. Makes it 36-55 with their latest triple.
Well, and they've been in from an offensive flow standpoint, not even the shots made, just the flow standpoint, Marcus. The Phoenix have been in control this entire game from a flow standpoint. Best Choice still trying to press some buttons, but at this point, we talked about the lead. That was the run. You know, Phoenix just made a run. They had held serve at 12. That was the time, in theory, that Best Choice would have made the run from 12 down to about the 7 or 8 minute mark. And then the Phoenix come back and make another run, and now they really extended it and made it a 3-run game, Marcus. It's hard enough to come back from 2, even harder to come back from 3.
Gilbert is at the free throw line. And the offense puts pressure on Best Choice, obviously, but the defense has been solid as well. You know, you saw Gilbert pass up an open look there to take it into 2 defenders. Was able to get the foul call, but they really kind of tried to speed things up on Best Choice over the past couple minutes.
Well, they've made shots. I mean, you know, the Chavis 3, the Rudd 3, the Rudd 3, the Chavis 3.
Yeah.
The short black jumper from 8 feet, like, you know. Black with the reverse over Sullivan. I mean, there are multiple plays here in the second half that I can recall really quickly where they've come down and they've had a quality possession finished with a basket, and that's hard to do. It's hard to come down against a team as good as Best Choice. Got Ty Harris with a hold there. Ball will be inbounded on the sideline. Goes Marlon Wright imploring, wanting the 5-second call.
Chavis guarded by Sanders.
Boy, love how she turns. Love how she turned her body. It's that old school Mark Jackson, for those of you who are old enough to remember that. She turned her body to the side to protect the basketball on the body. Chris Paul does that a little bit now in the modern day NBA, and then was able to get downhill off of it, felt the defense, shielded the ball, and found a way to make a play.
Shout out to young Mark Jackson, man. He bagged that ball down from baseline to baseline,
I've never seen anything like it, but you talk about somebody that was effective. Goodness gracious, one of the best assist guys in NBA history, man.
Tate to Johnson, now here's Chavis.
This is nice right here, a little misdirection set. Looking for the down screen, didn't get it as clean as they wanted. There was a hitch there. They really wanted the quick down screen away for Rudd to come back up top and get the 3-pointer. Arizona used to run that back in the day, Mike Bibby and those guys. And unfortunately, they weren't able to get it there. Look, they got a little clear off. Chavis got a little space.
Tyasha Harris showing there not finna go quietly. They got the score there, now looking to crank the defense up, try to get something started. Rudd inbounds to Black. 3 Bowls having the task of staying in front of Black.
That's what we talked about when we talk about going small there. Even if you only have 1 post player, right now Best Choice is playing with 2. Oh, good pass. Tate with the foul to go to the line, shoot 2. You see Bowles kind of look at Coach like, oh, what do you want me to do on that one, man? You know, and that's the thing when you got the 2-guard matchup, or the 2-post matchup versus 1, you got to do it.
First free throw good to go.
Shut that middle down. Come on, baby. Come on.
Now the second one as well.
Hey, you got a head. Destiny, go.
19-point lead. Harris kicks it to Sanders. Black got a hand on that one.
Oh, give me that. Nice play. Sanders is so tough. What a great pass there. Harris didn't catch it clean the way she wanted. You saw her think about it, but she just didn't. It was a little low, almost at her shoelaces. Oh, touchdown if they can hit her.
Wide open layup there for Destiny Reed. Got on the rim quicker than I thought. And I think she thought she was going
to.
to.
It was interesting. If you watching Reed, Coach Wright not happy. Watching Reed though, you saw her kind of measure her steps and chop her steps there at the end, trying to get her feet underneath her.
So you take a look at a couple Prospects Nation TV instant replays. Kiana Rudd having a great game.
Well, and you see her, the entry pass right here, comes around, nice little handoff. Her friends call her lucky, her daddy calls her lucky, but that jumper never lucky. Cash for Rudd.
And that's just one side of it. You see her being able to score it there, but one of the better passes of the game also.
No question. You see her face up, attack. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know how she saw that, but felt the defender and was able to hit her with the nice little wraparound for the layup.
Bernie Mac said it best in that LeBron commercial. Court vision.
I had forgotten about that. That's good.
Here's Harris.
Oh, tough. Good take there from Ty Harris. I like the fact that she's still getting downhill, still working on trying to be effective scoring that basketball here.
Get in.
This game one in where Phoenix is in the driver's seat. Meanwhile, you got a 1-point game, 54-53, just under 3 minutes over there with Team St. Louis versus Toledo Thunder.
It's been great. You hear the atmosphere. I talked about it when I got on the mic. Like, the coolest thing about this game is that there's another great game right beside it. Nobody's going anywhere. Everybody's seatbelts on. We're good to go.
Foul on the play. It'll be best choices ball there along the baseline. Double team in the corner. Black and Rudd produce the steal. Going to be a foul against Gilbert. And as well as Phoenix has scored the ball, they've really had a good defensive game plan here in this one. I think they did a good job of really getting the ball out of Tyasha Harris's hands when they could. Obviously, Harris is going to get a minimum amount of points regardless of the defense that you play on her, but they really made it to where she didn't have a lot of space to operate with.
Agree completely. Well, that's the way anytime you see a primary score, that's what you got to do with a primary score. You have to force someone else to beat you. I thought Golden State did a great job with that against Cleveland. We're going to force someone else to beat us other than LeBron, especially as the series wore on. We're gonna double everything in the mid post. We're not gonna let it play one-on-one. We're gonna make sure Iggy's bodied up and walled up, and then we're gonna have somebody on the back line, and Dellavedova, JR, or Shumpert's gonna have to beat us. And I think you're seeing a lot of that here. And if your best choice, you don't mind that. You've got the weapons. It just hasn't been a night where those kids have been able to get going consistently enough to put you in the lead right now.
Yep. Spot on. Across the 2-minute mark, here's Gilbert. Taking it in, and she's fouled.
Well, there it is again. Once again, if you're the Phoenix, Gilbert takes it, not Harris. Okay. And then if your best choice, well, Gilbert's there. Gilbert's got the basketball. I'm good with that, too. You just got to find a way to convert here at the free throw line. Get yourself a couple of stops and see what the game has for you here in the next 35, 40 seconds. Try to get a quick little 6-7 point spurt and maybe to use the timeout. Did you see Delaney Rudd imploring his team? What do y'all want him to do? Catch up? Take control and take care of the basketball right here. Close to a 5 count.
I like People's defense over the past few minutes.
No question. She did the same thing at EBA Super 64 camp in June. All over the floor, all over, making great plays.
Arden Chavis now. Rudd gets the step. Takes some contact.
Almost lost the balance. The bleacher caught him, man. Normally it's the bleacher that messes something up, but in this case, the bleacher came to a rescue. Great take, and I thought a great defensive play there by Bowles. You can't give it up for free.
Yep. Rudd good on that first free throw. As you mentioned, Coach Rudd still up coaching. Knowing that they got to wrap this one up.
No question. That's one of the things I like so much about Delaney, whether it's during the school season or whether it's during the club season. He's going to coach, point blank. I don't know that I can tell you that I've ever seen him sit down for more than 5 minutes at a time. I mean, it just isn't how he works and he operates, which is impressive for a guy who's coaching 75, 80 games a year. At some point, normally there is going to be a moment in which you relax. Not Delaney Rudd. That's how he was as a player. That's how he is as a coach.
Here's Chavis. They get the steal, bring it the other way. We're approaching the final minute.
Hey, and you hear Coach Marlon Wright yelling, compete, compete, compete. Still imploring his kids to keep grinding and keep bumping.
And that's exactly what they've done from Tyasha Harris and Gilbert to Peoples, Kendall Spears, and Wright. Across the board.
No question. Been a great game, on both sides of the coin. The Phoenix are able to make shots and execute. Great game from Lucky Rudd as she walks in front of the scores table. And again, Chavis, Tate, Black. A lot of different kids have played a big part in today's victory.
Gilbert still attacking. Going to the line. Meanwhile, it's a 56-57 game across the way on court one. Toledo Thunder versus Team St. Louis. One minute, 1 second on the clock. Gilbert's second free throw is good. Number 30 now seeing some action for Lady Phoenix. They'll get a timeout. Lady Phoenix calls the timeout. Sure to stick with us for tomorrow's coverage. We'll have 4 webcasts here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV, as we wrap up our stay here in Lebanon, Tennessee, and Wilson Central has been home over the past few days. Then again, given the PSB mantra, that would make sense, right?
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. No, it's just, you see the people standing over the balcony over there. It's just a heck of an atmosphere as they're down to the last 17 seconds over there in the St. Louis-Toledo game. This has just been a great atmosphere. Now the college coach has moved. Everybody is just sitting in place enjoying the show.
Black and Lady Phoenix just trying to dribble some clock off. Some old school 1950s dribbling exhibition there.
Get on, Olivia, get it on.
Black headed to the free throw line. Splashes the first one through.
Finish it. Finish. Hey.
42 seconds remaining. 45-62 is your score. Harris steps through. No good on the shot. Follow up there by Sullivan. 47-62 as we approach the 20-second mark. Foul going to go against Kendall Spears.
Get off. Get off.
Looks like Team St. Louis has just defeated Toledo Thunder over on the far court by a score of 58-57. A lot of ruckus around that matchup. Team St. Louis able to pull out the victory. Here's Nakia Black at the free throw line. Good on the first.
Finish. Finish. Come on. Wide it out.
47-64.
No foul.
Going up to the final seconds. Emily Sullivan with the nice jumper, showing some of that versatility. Get it done back to the basket, but also showing the touch as we have our final score. Phoenix Elite getting the victory by a score of 49-64. Appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV, Prospects Nation TV production. For Web tomorrow. We'll see you then.